Guys, what's up here? NagyOnSports. Gonna go ahead and do real quick. I'm gonna go ahead and do here a free agency update before the draft, which we'll try to stream a little bit later today. So again, just want to kind of show you what's going on and what we have done here in the last couple days. So no necessarily need to watch here live, but I just want to be, so here are all the practice squad guys that we signed. Alright, so here's where we go with our free agents. Pass rusher to me. Oh, we're going to get a pass rusher, buddy. Alright, so here we go. First player that we re-signed, you can see there at the top, Jamie Gillen, absolute re-sign. Then we went to Carl Joseph, absolute re-sign. The rest of our free agent, and we did Clyde Edwards-Helaire, you can see right there. So those were the three positions. We also did offer, I know we went back and forth as a group on David Njoku. We went ahead and offered him his fair offer, actually bumped it up a little bit, and he offered to decline it and go to free agency. So we lost Njoku. So here's where we decided to start to get a little crazy. I don't want to scroll up because you're going to see things here that are going to make you excited / maybe mad, I don't know. So since 2022 is going to be our last season, and we saw, especially near the end of the season, that it really was about defense, specifically a pass rush, we started to get a little bit crazy. And so we made offers for Aaron Donald, we made offers for both the Bosas, but we're unsuccessful with the assets that we had. We were trying to literally cash out every 2023 draft pick, but we needed to get picks and we needed to get some better players. So first thing we did, we couldn't get any of the stud DNs, so we went and found the best rated defensive tackle. He is a 96, so we flipped, I know some of this can be mad about this, we flipped OBJ for Fletcher Cox. So Fletcher Cox, there you can see right there at the top of the screen, he will be right next to Ogunjobi in the middle, and will anchor that pass rush from the middle to go along with Garrett and another year of Tyreek Smith, plus D-end is D position. Your new starting defensive tackle next to Ogunjobi. Because of that, Odell Beckham goes to the Eagles. Now, once we had the defensive tackle depth, it rendered Andrew Billings unnecessary, and we said we liked our young receivers, more receivers in the draft. We've seen that it's easier to fill offensive holes than defensive holes, so it was also time to move on from Juice. So there you can see we traded him to the 49ers along with Andrew Billings, and we got their first round overall pick, this number 6 overall pick, and then we got their their 6th round pick there. So so that's where we're at. A couple of these other ones are just so there we go. Then we moved on from Treader. It's time to see what Nick Harris can do. I'm sorry, Demarion. I know, not Juice. I know it was a hard decision. We're playing make believe at this point. We'll get a good receiver in the draft. Then we moved on from Treader again, just trying to get more assets. We moved. Then we signed Jeff Swaim, free agent. We signed Henry Ruggs, speedster. He will be the new OBJ on the outside. And we traded Kevin Johnson, again, just getting more assets. So that's our transaction log. I'm sorry, Demarion, I know, it hurts me too. Now we will show you the free agency recap for the rest of the league. A lot of good players. Here are the top guys still available. You can see plenty of good talent here in the high 70s across the board. So again, my signings, we went with Henry Ruggs and Jeff Swaim, who is a star and actually led the league in receiving last year. He is a scheme fit. But we really wanted to see Hunter Bryant take over that second tight end role. So here are the league signings. We'll start with quarterbacks. Dak Prescott goes to the Vikings. Tannehill goes to the Giants, probably to back up Daniel Jones. And then Mariota back to the Titans to replace Tannehill. So that's interesting. Looks like they're in a QB market as well. That's a bit it for the potential starters. Kareem Hunt joining Marcus Mariota in Tennessee. Again, we offered him about 4 different contracts over the course of the year, and he did not take any of them. Chris Carson moving on to the Chargers, replacing Austin Eckler, who went to the Broncos. Jordan Howard to the Bills. Ronald Jones to the Chiefs. Hines to the Steelers. J.K. Dobbins to the Eagles. Mostert to the Titans as well. We'll see a couple more of these players. Gus Edwards back to Baltimore, Mark Ingram, and now we're into the guys who are 50. Tight ends didn't really matter other than Patrick Ricard gets out of our division. I know, I'm sorry guys. Everybody's like cool with OBJ, but not Juice, so if we really feel that strongly about it, we probably can trade back for him in the season. If we feel like slot receiver is an option that we just can't get filled with younger players. He's been good for us for sure, but again, the defensive holes were harder to get. So there's the fullbacks, wide receivers, CeeDee Lamb to the Raiders, Washington to the Cardinals, Jerry Jeudy to the Eagles as well. T. Higgins stays with the Bengals, Rieger moves on, Tate moves on, Miller, Reynolds, these players, and there's Denzel Mims, down to the players who aren't going to be very good anymore. Here are your tight ends. Goddard goes to them. The Bengals actually signed Njoku, so we'll get to see him twice a year. Nick Boyle to the Saints, Trey Burton to the Redskins. That's about it for the starting type quality. Tight ends, only 4 left tackles. Here's Colton Miller going to the Super Bowl champions, Carolina Panthers. Demarion is on the Raiders, but we did vet all 3 of them actually, and Ruggs actually has the best ratings. Here's your left guards, again if any of those players matter to you. We did make an offer on one of the Pouncey brothers, Marquise in particular, just to kind of be a backup for Nick Harris as we commit to him, but he didn't take it, so whatever, screw him. Here are the right guards. Right tackles, again, nobody of real note there. Eric Armstead, 87 overall, going to the Bills. Their defensive line continues to get better. Nassib to the Super Bowl champ Panthers. Tyquan Lewis. Again, none of these pass rushers were worth giving them the money that they were asking for, which is why we opted to trade for Fletcher Cox. Cleveon Chason to the Steelers, of course. Hubbard goes to the Seahawks. A couple other players there, but they wanted big money. Von Miller to the Bengals, because why not? Bengals going all in this year. Judon stays with the Ravens. Middle linebackers, Reuben Foster also to the Bengals. Jatavis Brown, superstar, going to the Super Bowl AFC champ or Super Bowl runner-up AFC champion Chargers to anchor the middle of their defense. And then here are the right outside linebackers. Cornerbacks, Stevie Nelson to San Francisco, Trey Flowers, Tennessee, Roby to the Cardinals, Darquez Denard, Pierre Desir. So there are the quarterbacks. Here are the free safeties, Trey Boston. Nothing major there. Harrison Smith, superstar X-Factor from the Vikings at the age of 33. He's going to go to the Cardinals. There's Ronnie Harrison, also a superstar, back to the Vikings, essentially to replace Harrison Smith. Kickers, punters, again, top players, Von Miller, Kareem Hunt, Carson. So that's it. Again, that's where we're at. For those of you who ask, we were able to pick up some good draft capital, and we'll be able to get some impact players. I think we have 7 of the top 100 picks here. I'll show them to you in just a moment. Again, look at that 96-97 combo right in the defensive line, which is really important for us moving forward. So we have 2 1s, 6 and 20, 2 2s, 37 and 62, 2 3s, 88 and 94, and then a 4. So look at that, 7 of the top 99 picks, and then a 7th as well. So sorry for all you Juice fans and OBJ fans. Again, if we discover that we can't find someone in the draft to fill that slot role well, I'm certainly willing to package some future draft picks to try to get them back. But for cap reasons, it made sense, and to get assets, it made sense. And again, we got the 6th overall pick for him, so that's going to be like Garrett Wilson territory. If you're a Buckeye fan, he's like a top 5 recruit or prospect. So that's where we're at right now. Thanks for watching the video. Sorry about those of you who are crying about Juice and OBJ, but it's my game, my name, NagyOnSports. That's the decisions that Kit and I made. So, and yes, they will be back when we go to 21. So this will be our last season of playing make-believe. So we decided to try to mix it up a little bit and see if we could win a Super Bowl by investing heavily in the defense, because that seems to make a difference. So we'll probably be live streaming the draft later this afternoon, at least the first 3 rounds of it, which will be 6 picks for us, which will be fun. So thanks for watching. Thanks for the support. As always, go Browns.